Hello. Today we are talking about weights and body. If possible, I will insert clips about what I'm talking about around here. I really hope you can hear me. Welcome back to my channel. This is Emmanuella. This is Emmanuella here. And I will be talking about my weight because I am African, Togolese, and ever since I've been back home into West Africa, the weight comment, every single third country person knows the whole weight comment. If you're big, they're gonna say you're big. If you're small, they're gonna say you're small. If you lost weight, they're gonna say you lost weight. It's just common culture at this point, right? That being said, let me get a little closer to y'all. I'm just ahead now. Oh, is that alright? Does that vibe with y'all? I'm a vibe for now. But that being said, before, when I was bigger, I took it to offense because I grew up in a culture of America where we do not talk about people's weight, and it's normal to take it to offense, and the whole weight movement and skinny culture and all that. And when I did move here for 2 years, that's when I was peak in my weight obsession, and it got to a point that it was unhealthy. Fast forward, that's the past. Fast forward to the future. What caused me to get to the weight that I am now, because I acknowledge that I will meet people. Like now it's just like, okay, like my mind's just like, my weight is like a second, third, fifth fucking thought to me now. It's like an eighth thought to me. I see my abs and I'm like, okay, whatever. But I realize that I will encounter people and they'll be astonished and like, oh wow, taken back. That obviously I look different. Obviously something's changed, and how did it change? Because within our society and culture, we have an obsession. Within this whole entire globe, we have an obsession over weight, and it's only as a distraction, because what isn't a distraction in this world? If it can be used as a distraction, it shall and will be used as a what? A distraction. That's what a distraction is for. And weight is a possibility, is a thing that we have attached our egos to. We have attached our hearts, our feelings, our minds, our bodies, our spirituality to, from fasting to our own self-esteems. You have attached our minds to it. But when it comes to a healthy point, we want to look at it from a healthy point of view. The healthy point of view is what is made for best. I was trying to say something. The healthy point is what is made for best. And it's like, so they see me, they're astonished, and the way that society has brought up weight, the way that we've attached our egos to it, right? That's the point that I was making. The way that we've attached our egos to weight, our ego is our factor for survival. It's our factor for safety. It's our factor for, okay, we can rest. Okay, we do not have to think about an exit right now. Okay, we do not have to think about freezing right now, like we don't have to be in fear right now. It's what our ego does. So attaching that to your weight, to your literal physical one, how you look, rather than how you feel, is really dangerous. Because what if you look so good, quote unquote, to society, but you feel like complete crap? What if you look apparently outside of what society has a norm? Because as we can see, throughout the years in history, the norm has changed. Throughout different cultures, the norm has changed from very skinny to very freaking plump and thick. Both have been called healthy. Both ends of the spectrum have been called healthy. So where does it lie if not within the mind, right? And where does the ego lie if not within the mind? So we must take care of our minds. And that's where it started for me. Late 2023, I was like, yo, I am not feeling how I'm feeling. I was peak weight 250. I got into college. I've always been a bigger, medium child, honestly, looking back at my photos. I've been small to medium. But medium to big child, I felt always medium to big on the inside, regardless of how others made me feel. But on the inside, and the things that I had for myself that I was incorporating, I felt medium to big. And especially within college, that was peak, I felt big to big. And simultaneously, I wanted clarity. That was a point in my life where a lot was happening. I wanted clarity, and I was dropping things. I dropped people, I dropped friends, I dropped hobbies, I dropped relationships, I dropped concepts, I dropped habits, I dropped vices. I just dropped it. And I dropped weight. But not in the way of, I hate myself when you starve. Oh no, I love food, girl. Don't think about me, I love food. I'm telling you this right now, and even then I'm hungry. And especially when I want something specific, I want that, and I eat a lot of it. But I started just doing a little research. I was like, what can I incorporate? What can I switch out? Protein, substitute all the fats and the high carbs for protein. One, makes you feel fuller faster. Two, makes you feel good. Makes you feel good. Two, doesn't make me feel bloated. Doesn't leave me bloated. And incorporate daily exercise, daily movements, stretching. The stretching was connected to the mind. I would stretch, and all of a sudden, this trigger from fucking 7 years old, excuse my language, this trigger from 11 years old, this trigger from 12 years old, this trigger from back when I lived here, back when I was there, this trigger from this person, that person I haven't thought about in so long, comes into my mind, and now I have to deal with that. Either I deal with it, or I ignore the trigger, and I continue to keep the weight. And what happens when I ignore the trigger? Oh, I go back to eating the fats. Because guess what? I don't care about myself. That's me simultaneously. That's me internally. My mind telling myself, my body, that I do not care about myself. So that tells my body that we do not feel safe. So let me hold on to this weight. Let me hold on to this fat that my body has on me right now. This fat is what's protecting me right now from what occurred when I was 6 years old, from what occurred when I was 15. This fat on my body, on my hips, on my arm, on my leg, in my face, this bloatedness is protecting me from what had occurred because your body is still there. It hasn't let it go yet. Your food, your exercise, your movement, it is all attached.